Hey, fantastic learners! Welcome to Fresh Talk, and I'm your host as usual. My name is Tony, and we have our two fresh consultants. The first is Ita, and the second one is Safwan. Okay, they both are graduated from international universities. Safwan is from Lim Kok Kwing University, Malaysia, and Ita is from University of Bologna, Italy. Okay, so today we are going to have a further discussion about preparing yourself to go to international education. Like, for example, maybe you want to choose some kind of school, or you want to escalate your further education. Maybe you want to go to Malaysia, or maybe Singapore, or Italy, or any other country that you would like to choose for your further education, either maybe for master degree or maybe for bachelor degree. We will help you to consult with Fresh Education, and we are here to provide you any kinds of consultation and also any kinds of guidance to support your educational goals overseas. Okay, so how are you today, Ita and someone?
Great, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Okay, nice to hear that. Okay, so you are fantastic, and how about you? You're also probably fantastic.
Yes, same.
Okay, so we have fantastic duo then.
Not fantastic four.
Not
Yes.
fantastic four, but fantastic duo. Okay, with me, fantastic trio then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
Fantastic.
maybe is there anything that you would like to convey to our audience here or to our fellow learners? Maybe there might be some one or two words that you would like to present to them.
Yeah. I just following because today's topic is, if I'm not mistaken, is like an overall homesick feeling.
Yes.
Homesick, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to have a dream to study abroad.
No need to worry about that.
Yeah.
But you have a question for
Yes.
us
Yes, indeed.
related with our
Yes.
topic today.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I think we can begin with our first question, right?
Sure, great.
So, do you agree with asking the first question right now, audience, learners? Okay. I think our fellow learners agree with the first question. Okay. So, how did you overcome the feeling of homesick when you were abroad, when you were far away from your hometown? Because, like for example, Ita is when you were in Italy. You spent how many years did you spend?
About 2 years.
2 years
Yeah.
in Italy.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about you, Sofan? How many years did you spend?
Around 3 until 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
Okay, approximately 4 years, and Ita 2 years, right? More or less 2 years and 4 years. So,
Yes.
so you must find some kind of
Absolutely.
feeling, right? Like maybe homesick, or maybe
Okay.
you feel like you want to go home. You miss your family, or maybe you miss your friends. You miss your food, or you miss your previous activity at home,
Yes,
at
it's
your
pretty
hometown.
common and
Okay.
normal to feeling the homesick, right?
Okay.
Because we are out from our comfort zone and
Mm.
things.
Yeah.
And for myself, to be honest, that feeling is came when I really miss with the Indonesian cuisine.
Yeah.
Ah.
Exactly. Me too. Me too.
That's the one of
Me
the
too.
important
Me
factor
too.
how we can feel for that things.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes, because yes, in Malaysia we can find easily to Indonesian cuisine or Indonesian food,
Mm.
but the original taste, sorry, we cannot get that one.
That's the thing, is the hardest thing when studying abroad, right?
Yes, that's the thing. To find the like comfort food,
Comfort food. Yeah.
because we spent a lot of years to consume that food in Indonesia.
Ah.
After we going outside from Indonesia, absolutely,
Yeah.
we're searching for that one.
Oh,
For the
I
important
see.
in our life.
Okay, so maybe when you were in Malaysia, you
Mm.
found so many similar foods like in
Yes,
Indonesia, right?
Correct one.
But maybe the differences or the original taste.
Yes, for example, like the gado-gado and ketoprak, their peanut sauce is different. They have the peanut sauce,
Okay.
but the taste, if we compare in like abang-abang Indonesia, cannot compare. Cannot compare. Yeah, cannot compare. Cannot compare.
Okay.
For the street food and the food truck is kind of different. We call disclaimer in Indonesia we call abang-abang for kata-kata gado-gado. Oh yes, for the audience outside from Indonesia, it's called is abang-abang. That's the most important words.
Okay. Or we can say food seller or food vendors.
Yes.
People kind of like that.
Okay, yeah, maybe because in Indonesia, maybe you found so many food sellers or street food vendors,
Correct.
and in which they are already indigenous. They already originally from Indonesia,
Yes.
and they know exactly what's the real taste.
Correct.
Like, for example, they know exactly how to produce the peanut sauce and maybe the original sauce, like
Right.
for any typical foods that you are probably craving for when you were in Malaysia.
For me, their porridge is different.
The
Yeah,
porridge.
like the chicken porridge in Indonesia, so different. They didn't use for the yellow one, the
Curry.
yellow sauce in
The
the
curry.
porridge, chicken porridge.
Curry, yeah.
Chicken
That's
curry.
not the curry. That is
Chicken
curry.
curry. Chicken curry.
It's not curry, right? It's like gulai something. Right?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, in Malaysia they don't use that yellow things.
Only?
So there's like a Chinese chicken porridge.
Is it with soy sauce or without soy sauce?
Yes, with the soy sauce,
Okay.
but kind of different.
The sweet soy sauce or the
I
salty?
think it's
soy
salty
sauce?
one.
The salty one.
Yes.
Ah.
So the taste is very different. I cannot found for the original Indonesian chicken porridge in Malaysia. That's why I feeling homesick. But I don't. I think in Italy is harder than Malaysia. You know what I'm
So
saying?
how did you deal with that? The craving for that Indonesian food?
For me, because Malaysia is near Indonesia, I
Yeah.
can going to Indonesia easily.
Ah.
Because
okay.
at that time,
We're using an airplane, right?
the ticket price is
Is it possible if it's cheap?
Shit, going to Batam first. It's a long journey, you know.
I mean,
It took like
yeah.
1 until 3 days to like in
Okay.
Jakarta to leave there.
Yeah, it's quite easy. You can go back and forth, right?
Yes.
Using an airplane, you can
Yes.
just pick
Because
a
I
date
think
and-
going and forth between Malaysia and Indonesia is just like couple bucks for the thing in Malaysia.
Yeah.
It's kind of 3,000 rupiah something.
How long is it?
Like 2 hours only.
2 hours only.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I believe in Italy more worse. You know what I'm saying? Like for the Indonesian food in Italy, yeah,
Okay.
more worse than Malaysia.
Well, I don't know about that because she haven't told us about
Yes,
it.
that's the thing. You must be curious about the Italy's life to the hardly to find the Indonesian cuisine in there. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, for me to counter my homesickness, usually just calling a friend there, or
Yeah, and
I call my friends in Indonesia to have a conversation like about an hour or 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I have scheduled to calling my mom
Yeah,
and
yeah.
calling my brother every weekend,
Yeah.
so I can feel to be at home a bit. Different weather, but a bit feel at home.
Yes.
For my craving for Indonesian food, I was starving for 2 years, so there's no cure for that.
So you didn't bring some kind of instant meals or
I
instant
found
food from Indonesia?
I found the instant noodle
Okay.
at the Asian store.
But how about the price?
So lah.
Oh, I see. So.
So
I thought like it's more expensive.
not really expensive,
Okay, nice.
but it's quite rare to find
Yes,
the
absolutely.
instant noodle there.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then so in order for you to bring back the homey ambience, you just need to contact your friends and family, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. So if you're feeling homesick or if you feel something that you might miss your parents or your family, just you can just dial the number, right?
Yes,
or you can
right.
use maybe a Skype call or maybe
Video call.
Yeah, video call, yeah.
Like that.
yeah, there are so many tools that you can use to overcome those kinds of feeling. So
Correct.
we don't. So they don't have to worry about that, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
For
because
that.
It's pretty common. It's pretty normal.
yeah, and considering that nowadays we have so many facilities, we have like just using a cell phone and then you can connect with somebody else, right?
Yes,
Like for example,
yes,
if
yes.
you miss somebody at home, you can just use your cell phone, you use your smartphone, and then you can do a video call.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I have a trick to cure my craving for Indonesian food,
Yeah.
for homemade food. Usually I open YouTube,
Okay.
about cooking this
Nice
recipe,
suggestion,
about
nice
cooking this
suggestion.
recipe, but I'm having another food on my table.
Yeah.
Visualization is important.
Yes, that's the things.
So what I see with what I eat is different.
Yeah.
Ah.
But how about the result of the taste?
You don't need to taste.
Yeah, okay.
You just need to see.
That's the most important question for that one.
You just need to see.
Okay, so you are saying that although you are eating, maybe you are eating pasta, right? But you are seeing YouTube, and then what you see is maybe, for example, Delgado, or
Eating
maybe
a fried rice or
fried
something.
rice.
Yeah.
Ah,
Easiest.
okay.
Easiest
Okay.
thing.
Yes.
Wow, that's
That's
a
life
good
hack.
idea.
That's a
yeah,
life
and-
hack.
Yeah,
Life hack.
we can consider that as a life hack. Okay. And so okay, there's another question. What do you miss about home, and how do you try to deal with these feelings?
For me, I miss for the 24-hour activities in Malaysia.
Hmm.
That means like in Malaysia, for your information, like the ATM restaurant, you cannot withdraw in above for the 12 p.m. At 12 a.m. Right?
12 a.m.
12 a.m. After the 12 a.m., the ATM is closed,
Mm.
the restaurant is closed. So kind of hard for us to find the food in the middle of the midnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Indonesia, you can saw many Starling if you want to get some coffee. You know,
Miss Starling.
Starling is just in Indonesia. You know, so Indonesian for the things.
Do you know Starling? Yeah.
So sorry. Disclaimer: Starling is
Street coffee vendors.
street coffee vendor. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's almost the same like street food vendors who operates
If you're
24/7.
craving for the food or coffee in the middle of midnight, it's hard to find the things in Malaysia. Not easier in Indonesia when we compare that one.
Okay, so and I would like to know also what kind of 24/7 services is available.
Just have one restaurant called Mamak. Our audience in Malaysia and Singapore will know about that things.
Yeah,
Mamak,
that's
they
what
call
it is.
Mamak. There's a 24 hours.
Ah,
But
okay.
not all the food is 24 hours. Just like a fried rice only and the drinks only. Like another of menu is already closed after the midnight. That's the thing. Like if Indonesia, you can easily to find all the foods in the streets, in the
Yeah.
restaurant because they open 24 hours.
Yeah, like toast bread, right?
Even the McDonald's in Malaysia, after the midnight, their menu is already empty. It's already finished.
Really?
Yes, just a several menu they have to serve for us. That's the thing. Is like for all Indonesian students who continue their study in Malaysia, the thing is so make us missing our home country. You know?
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's the thing, so funny. But I don't know how's the condition in Italy.
Yes.
That's a
It's
similar.
kind of like similar, you know,
Mm.
when in Malaysia it will close at 12 a.m.
Yes.
In Italy,
More worse. I believe it's more worse.
yeah,
Because
let's
didn't reach for the 10 p.m. I believe.
the malls close at 7 p.m.
Oh
Remember
my
that?
god. Oh my
The
god.
malls
Oh my
close
god.
at 7 p.m.
I think I cannot live in that area, you know.
The mall close at 7 p.m.
When you're craving the midnight, you must cook. Oh man, it's so hard for me, like the boys.
Yeah.
One is 24 hours on the McDonald's, but I never went there after midnight. Because the bus only until 10 p.m.
Yes, that's the thing.
So the mall closed
At 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
What,
In Malaysia, still 10 p.m.
what about the cafe and other
That,
stores or maybe grocery
The
shops?
restaurant open evening. The cafe also will close at 7 p.m.
Oh my
Cafe
God.
also close at.
Thanks God, I choose Malaysia.
I mean, what if?
But the library open 24 hours.
Yeah, just for the library, you know. In Malaysia, library midnight is closed.
The library for medicine faculty open for 24 hours.
Medicine faculty,
Only
yes,
for
yeah.
medicine faculty.
No, you
Yeah.
can,
Very normal.
any other students can do activities in that library, but it was actually for medicine faculty, medical faculty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since medical faculty
Same in Malaysia.
learn more than us.
Yeah, same in Malaysia, same in Malaysia.
So they use that
Have a
library
different portion
to
from them, I
learn.
think.
Ah, yeah. Okay, and the products inside the library is only books.
Yes, that's the thing.
What do you mean? You already I was in books.
Yeah, I mean,
Even they didn't sell for the drink. You know, the mineral water, they didn't sell. Just the book only inside the one.
There's a vending machine for coffee.
Yeah, that's a finding machine.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, in Malaysia, don't have a finding machine in library. I don't know why.
It's an alternative, right? It's an alternative,
Yeah,
alternative
it's kind of
solution
alternative
because there's a
things.
vending
Yes,
machine.
correct.
Although it's only coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
coffee vending machine.
Coffee vending machine.
But in Malaysia, library in there don't have a vending machine. For us.
Okay. And how do you feel when you face difficulties or challenges while studying in a new environment?
For me, I try to social with others. Because it's my goals to can study and continue going abroad outside Indonesia. So I feel very excited and make friends and active in the event in campus because all campus have an event and have the organization for the overseas Indonesian student associations, and we can register and to be a part of them. So yeah, just make us busy in our schedule and
Yeah.
things can make it easier for us
Yeah.
to tackle that one.
It was the hardest feeling is like the first 3 months. When you come into the new environment, new
Yeah.
culture, new language, it was the first 3 months that was hard. I'm sure it's also happened to someone, right? The first
Right.
3 months. For me, I would like to cry at that time. But it was not only me, but other students also feeling the same.
Yes, absolutely.
But when we getting to know each other, we make friends with locals, we make friends with our friends in class, we meet new friends, Indonesian new friends in the student union, and finally we can adapt,
Yes,
kind of
correct.
like that. And since I remember that if I going back to home, it takes like 12 to 14 hours flight, then I choose to stay.
No choice. No
No
choice.
choice.
No choice situation. Yeah.
Then there's no choice. I must finish what I start.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
I must finish what I start. So yeah, I have to going through and making friends. That's the only cure to when you're facing the hardest thing.
Yes. I think in my condition is not too hard because I already have friends in my
Okay.
uni.
Yeah.
So my friends will rate me and introduce me to all already students in there. So
Okay. So I think.
smoother than Miss Ita.
Yeah. So I think. Yeah.
But
This.
I think I can
after
faster.
3 months, you don't want to go.
That's the thing. That's the things.
For the first 3 months, you want to go
That's
home
the-
so
that's the
bad.
things. That's
But
the
after
things.
3 months, you feel like I never want to go home.
You will feel the experience when you already comfort with the new zone, you know, like
When you already conquer.
Yes, that's the thing.
That's the homesick feeling.
that's
You
the
don't want to
thing.
go home.
That's the thing. So yes, don't worry to study abroad. You will feel our feels.
Yeah.
You will feel what I feel.
Yes, that's the things.
Yeah.
The first 3 months is
So struggling the first 3 months, after 3 months. Yeah,
you just don't want to go home.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think learners, they can develop the sense of being independent, right? Because
Correct one.
maybe previously when they are still living with their parents, they feel like they are being dependent, right?
Yeah.
With their parents or with their friends or with their surroundings, right? They feel like, oh, okay, I still have some friends or I still have my parents or I still live at home, and so therefore when you go abroad, when you go overseas, and in terms of learning, study, or in terms of educational international education, what you will get as an experience is that you will gain your confidence, right? And
Yeah.
you will have to be adaptive to the situation, right?
No choice.
Right, yeah, of course. And that is a thing that you have to do, right? You have to be adaptive to the situation, and also, eventually you will become an independent person, right?
Yes.
Because why? Because you have to take care of yourself, right? Otherwise, nobody cares, right? Because at least at the beginning, you have to be adaptive, and you have to be able to take care of yourself, in which that is being independent. And most of the learners who already graduated from international education, they know about how to be adaptive, right? Because it's automatically already in their experience, and they know how to be independent, and usually they are also resourceful. So when you go abroad to continue your education, or when you choose to go for an international education overseas, you will gain those experience, and eventually you will be able to develop yourself to be independent and also to be adaptive.
Agree.
And I think that's the plus point, right? That's the bonus.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't going abroad, you cannot get that knowledge, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And one thing that I noticed,
Mm-hmm.
I become more religious.
Yeah. Have a little side effect. Have a little side effect because no one can help you in the first 3 months.
And it's more like spiritual.
Yeah.
It's only you and God.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing. Have a little side positive effect from that things. Either you gain your knowledge in there, and yes, you can gain your spiritual things
Once you
inside yourself.
let it flow, then you get more like spiritual impact on your side. Like, on
It's a
yourself.
human being, you know?
It's a human being.
It's a human being.
Okay. So you contemplate within the situation
Yeah.
or with yourself?
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of like that.
Kind of like the things, Mr. Stoney. Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay. Now, last question is this is quite simple, but how did you overcome language, cultural, or other differences during your study abroad?
I think this is the first. Absolutely.
Overcome language, cultural, yeah. And if you go to the different culture, there will be a cultural shock, and there will be a cultural barrier.
Correct.
Yeah. So the first thing that you must do is learn their language. I went to Italy without knowing the language.
Yes, it's hard to implement the Italian language, because they didn't use English.
Yeah. She is an adventurer.
Yes, she's an adventure.
Not only an adventurer, but also risk taker.
Yes, that's the thing.
Awesome.
A lot of risk to take that one.
So I took the Italian class.
Oh, I
So
see.
from their government, like their local government, they provide the Italian class for the foreigners. And also from the school, they also provide the Italian class for foreigners. But still, that's just a short course for Italian. And the next thing you can do is make a friend with locals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make friends with
Implement the
locals
one. That's
to
nice.
implement and to training your language.
Okay, considering that you don't have any Italian language background, how long does it take for you to catch those language, to immerse yourself within the language of Italian language?
Once you get the local people to be your friend,
Oh yes.
local people who speak English to be your friend, then it's not a very long time, because they will teach you the life hack to live in the city. They will have tips and advice how to do this, how to do that. They even taught me how to make a pasta from the scratch,
Correct.
how to cook Italian.
There's a new things for
New
Indonesian
things.
people,
And the things like the Italian mindset, how their institution works, like the immigration, kind of like that, how their education, kind of like that. And usually from that one person, from the local friend, you will have another local friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
have friends to other friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
like mutual friends, kind of like that.
Okay, so you just socialize with,
Just
with the others,
socialize.
right?
Yes.
You can socialize at bar, at cafe, at
Yes.
school with your schoolmates, or while you were looking for apartment, while you were looking something, or with the seller of
Yes,
the
it's very
vegetable
important.
seller,
That's very important. That's very important.
kind of like that, or with the granny in the bus.
Yes.
You can make friends with everyone.
Yes.
Just being humble, being friendly,
Yeah.
keep smile, and don't be afraid with them.
Yes.
They will approach you somehow and ask you, where are you from?
I think it's more challenging in Italy if we compare in Malaysia, because Malaysia have similarities with Indonesia, like the language, culture,
But
the environment.
But you have the local mention.
Yes, my first friends, beside my friends who bring me to that uni, my first friend is from local, Indian local and Melayu local.
Okay.
So they teach me and tell me about the Malaysian language, so make me easier to can adapt with the environment who is local, which is local.
So make friends with the locals and
Yes.
you will save.
Yeah. Just make a socials with the locals.
Keep
That's
smiling.
the smart tips and the important tips for you guys.
Make your aura good.
Yes,
Somehow they will approach you. Oh, where you come from?
Yes, that's
They
correct.
will
That's
be
correct.
curious
That's correct.
at you and they
That's
will
correct.
help you.
That's correct. It happens in my life when I study abroad. It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
And it works.
It works.
It really works.
When you have a local friends, boom.
Yes. Yes. All of things is become easier.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So our
Okay.
tips is being a social in local and make a friend with them. That's the thing.
Yeah. So socialize and then be sociable, and then in the end you'll be adapted, and you'll be able to manage yourself, and you'll be able to be independent person, in which that is good for you. Okay, and because that is one of the important skills in this 21st century, right?
Yes,
Because,
correct.
you'll be competing with others internationally, and once you have those competency, it will be good for your career development and for your skills development, and also for your personal development. So, if you are choosing to go abroad for international education, don't feel hesitate. Why? Because these two consultants from Fresh Education, Ita and Sofan, they already had the experience. Okay, they've been there, they've done that, so you don't need to worry about it. Okay, once you want to know, if you want to know about several things, if you want to know about several information, tips and tricks, you can just ask them, Ita and also Sofan. Okay, so we will be happy to provide you any information related with your study abroad process, or related with the registration process, or choosing your university or maybe college that might suitable for you, and that will give you a better outlook and a better perspective in terms of choosing the institution for you. And just feel free to contact us, to reach us on fresheducation.com, www.fresh-education.com, or you can just join our Instagram, or you can check our Facebook page and also our YouTube channels, or you can just go to our office. We have several offices located in Singapore, China, and today we are in Indonesia, in Jakarta, in Sudirman. Okay, so just feel free to go. If you want to go to Jakarta to consult with us, just go, and then we will welcome you. Okay, so is there any question from our viewers today? Question and answer. Okay. So I think, is there anything that you would like to share, or anything that you would like to convey?
For me, my tips is for our today's topic. Don't be afraid. Worry is pretty normal, but you must take your first step first to know and get the knowledge from it. Thank you.
And for me, it's like, don't worry, do not think too much. Just let it flow, and you will get adaptive with your new situation when you study abroad.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank you very
everybody.
much. Yes, thank you very much, Sofwan and Ita. Now, okay, now let's keep the good vibes going. And if you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button. You know that love button or like
Hey, sorry,
button.
Mr. Tony. We have one question, but
Oh.
I think we can answer in the next session or next week or.
How do you solve the problem of students missing their family? Okay, so we have already discussed about it earlier, right? But yeah, you can just tell Arc 9 FM. Okay.
Okay, thank you for asking on FM. For me, yeah, like Miss Ita did, we can just call our family, call WhatsApp, anything, Zoom, something like that.
Yeah, but in my case, I mean, yeah, we missed our family,
Correct.
but not miss that much. That's the truth, though. After 3 months, you won't miss anything. You enjoy your new life and growth.
Can't say like that. Can't say like that.
Okay, based on
It's hard
their
to go in.
based on the experience, you don't have to worry about missing your family. Okay, if you miss your family, maybe it will happen only for 3 months, and
Yeah.
after that,
Yeah.
you will no longer feel any kind of
Sadness or
feeling
missing
like that.
family.
Yeah, it won't happen again after 3 months. Okay.
Because we have make a lot of new friends.
New friends, new environment. It will like make you exciting
Yes.
after
Yeah.
the first 3 months.
Okay, so that's the solution. Okay, then I think we can just wrap it up for today. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you very much, learners, for visiting us and for watching the show. And okay, so you can just hit that like button or hit that love button, and don't forget you can just subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook fan page, and you can go to our LinkedIn also and Instagram, and you can just subscribe to us or follow our Instagram account and spread the joy. Let's make sure everyone knows where the party is every Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Thank you very much for today, and have a nice and good and wonderful day for all of you learners and folks, and see you next week.
Woo!